We all like to believe that we're good, honest people that wouldn't take advantage of others. But when it gets to that gray area where we justify that it's kind of okay is where it gets difficult. And the Torah addresses it in our Parsha this week when it talks about lending money. Im kesef talva esami. If you lend money to a fellow Jew, esa ani imcha, one who is poor, lo sihia lo kanosha. Do not be to him like a lender. There is another explanation of the word nosha that translates lo sihia lo kanosha, do not let it be forgotten. And what it is referring to is that when you lend with interest, the principle of the loan can get forgotten. Now, I'm no banker or mathematician, but that doesn't quite add up. If I'd be lending with interest, I'd be gaining more. I wouldn't be losing the principal. So the Sefer Shama Yehuda by Reb Shimon Yehuda Nager points this out and references us to a mashal, a parable from the Maggid of Dubna. There was a man whose neighbor approached him one day and said, "Can I borrow your silver spoon?" Sure. He lent him his silver spoon, and when his neighbor returned the following day, he said, "Great news. Here's your spoon, and here's another spoon. Your spoon gave birth yesterday." He thought to himself, "I always knew my neighbor was a little crazy." Sure, he took his spoons and he kept them both. His neighbor then asked him, "Can I borrow your silver candelabra?" He said, sure. He lent him the silver candelabra, looking forward to tomorrow. When his neighbor returned, he said, "I'm so sorry, but your silver candelabra passed away last night." Passed away? How could that be? He said, "Well, if you believed me yesterday that your spoon gave birth, you can believe me today that your candelabra passed away." Now, this is an analogy for us to remember that no matter how much we think we're getting extra, we're lending with interest, or we're taking more than we really should, remember that we're really losing not only that extra, but we could also be losing the principal. We could also be losing what we already have. Because we have to keep in mind that on Rosh Hashanah it is decided exactly what is coming to us, what we should be getting, what success we should have, and what materials will be ours. And no matter how we try to tweak the system or beat the odds, we're always going to end up in our pockets with exactly what we were supposed to get, nothing more and nothing less. So when you face a challenge where you're not sure, should you bend those rules a little bit and justify that it's really okay, remember, it always pays to be honest. Or as William Shakespeare put it, there is no legacy so rich as honesty. Have a great Shabbos.